Hello guys, what's up? This is Scher talking. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be an account update on my War of the Visions account. I want to talk about my decisions so far and how I'm playing this game. Like I said before, I didn't have any contact with War of the Visions before the global launch, so I was kind of surprised by some of the mechanics. Was trying to understand, did my research after I realized there was a lot of complicated mechanics behind this game. But I didn't make many bad decisions, I believe. So let's just talk about the units I have in the game. You guys may know that I was very lucky with the Final Fantasy Tactics collaboration banner. I got a lot of copies of Renza and Orlando, and that kind of drove me to keep summoning for them. But it was not exactly a good idea. But at the same time, when I started the Final Fantasy Tactics collaboration, I kind of saw that the three options on the banner were kind of very good. Both Renza, both Orlando, and both the Vision card, meaning that trying to get everything all at the same time will be costly, but at the same time easier, because when you refresh the shop, you get to see Renza and Orlando shards. But on the middle of the way, I noticed that maybe just trying to get more for the Vision card would be easier, because I did my research, and in Japanese version, the Vision card is still more rarer than the characters. Because you can still summon for Orlando and Renza. Renza was a guarantee here on Global. You could just summon for him if you tried 10 times on his banner, and then we could just trade for him, direct trade for him. I decided to try to do that, but it's not exactly as easy, like I said. People are saying that to try to get a Vision card of ultra rare rarity, a limited one, is just one of the most costly things on this game. Simply because you see that I summoned quite a lot and I still don't have enough shards. You can see where I am right now. I can awaken once more and then I would have 50 shards. I will still need 75. It's a little far yet. I can get 25 more when the event comes back, and I will still be left with 50 that I will have to get by summoning. I think I have enough for 10 more, so we'll be lacking 40 shards. I'm very close to that. I'm pretty sure that when the event comes back, I will have it. So these were my investment when the Final Fantasy Tactics collaboration started. I'm investing on these three things, Orlando, Renza, and the Vision card. But how far I am from getting the two units maxed, well, let's just see here. I have Renza very close to Awakening Max. Let's just see here. I'm only one step away from that. You can see that I'm lacking some stones here and 9 prisms. That will happen tomorrow because I can purchase some with the event currency, and tomorrow I have enough to reach max potential. I don't have enough of these materials simply because I was investing on Engelbert when I started the game. Engelbert, it was a good investment because even on level 50, he was pretty solid. He was working as intended as a tank. He still had very high HP and defenses, so it's one of that units that even when it's not maxed, it still works for you. Besides Engelbert, another one that still works pretty well is Mariana. You don't need to get Mariana to max before she starts being useful for you. So when I started my account, I had Engelbert, I had Mariana. Where is Mariana here? Mariana. And Mariana is still being limit broken normally. I didn't purchase any of her shards. We are getting some daily shards, so I believe in like 2 months from now, I will have her at least on Limit Break 3. Limit Break 3 is enough for me to get access to all of the good passives and abilities that a unit can have. So Mariana is still useful for me on some stages where I need to farm. Let's see what the other ones were. I started by playing with Stern, but Stern, when I started the game, he was dying a lot. Just too much, because I was not getting too much attention to his weakness. And when you have one of his most powerful passives that increases attack, it reduces his defenses, and it was quite high for him. He was getting a lot of damage and dying every time, and he was even turned into a chicken. But after some time, I got his bravery up. As soon as he learned to use shurikens as a ninja, he started to shine, simply because he was not so directly on the front of the enemy anymore, and was surviving more hits. So Stern never died after becoming a ninja, I believe. or maybe he died once. Depends on the content. He is still useful even if on low level. You don't really need to get him to max limit break before he gets useful. You can see that I'm very close as well to get him to a limit break 3. I never purchased any stirred shards. I summoned him twice when summoning for Renza and maybe on another free pool, I don't remember. So I summoned him twice. Meridiana I summoned twice as well. At the first and the second, the Stern was the original summon and then 2 more. So these were the ultra hard units that I kept summoning. Same thing happened with Makari. Makari, I just used her on the start of the game, but I kept summoning for her, don't know why. You can see that she's also not so far from limit break 3. It still works. Makari is not as bad as it is in the scene because she will work pretty well with Renza. In my case, I will have a full light element squad very soon. I can use Engelbert alongside Renza, but then Renza will not be a tank. I think I will just stop using Engelbert for a little time and then using her Renza with Makari. Maybe I'll be using Grace. I want to use her. Really want to use this girl. And then we'll just have to look some more. Let me see. Well, now we have Phoebe. But Phoebe is a healer. She clashes a little with Makari. Makari is more about damage. I don't know. I don't know if I have enough for a full light squad yet. I will have to wait a little, I think. So another units that I was just using, when I started I got WotV as well. I'm still getting his shards by using the hard quest. So he's close to second limit break, but still very far from being very useful. But I dropped him on the second week, or maybe before the second week. Simply decided to change my ultra hard units. I focused on getting Meridiana, even though she was locked on her level. And Engelbert, Meridiana and Engelbert were the only ones I was using. And then I got Stern to very good use. But then these were the only 3 ultra hard I was using. But then when I got Orlando and Renza, the 2 were my most important units, become the most important units, alongside the Mega Hair units I was using, like Mont. As soon as I dropped Stern, I started using Mont more, and then I dropped Engelbert and started using Mont more. And Mont is very good because he has very good status compared to other Mega Hair units. He has a passive that increases his attacks. So the only bad thing is about the AI key that likes to use Stone Throw all the time. But he has some very good passives here. There's a lot of good options to build your Mont. It's a good protagonist of a game. So when I realized the Mont was a replacement for Engelbert, a easy replacement, I started using him a lot more. But I don't think I will need him in the future because my Renza will be an hybrid. He will be a tank, he will be a magic damage dealer, a physical damage dealer, and he'll be a support as well. So I don't think I will need Mont for much time. But he will be ready when I need him, depending on the element of the content. And then when I got Gav Garon, I never stopped using him, and you can see that he's very involved. I really like using Gav Garon. He is the best free unit. I think he's best than Mont. Because, well, if you don't have any other tank, Mont is the best for units. But Gav Garon is simply very impressive with his damage output. He gets very close to Stern and Orlando. I know that it is very close. It's as much as a Mega Hair unit can get close to an Ultra Har. He's still a Mega Har. And also very nice that his Trust Mastery was the first one I got, you can see here. It's a very good, one of the best ones as well. Coming from a Mega Hair unit is just even better. So I never decided to fully invest on my Atri. I was only using Atri to get experience. I never awoke her besides the fourth awake because I was not using the Rainbow Fragments. And when it started asking me to use Rainbow Fragments, I just stopped it because it's not worth. So also because she doesn't have any passive that increases her damage. Well, let's just see here. I think she has one that increases strike damage, I think. Let me see here. Or not even that. Buff, resistance, HP, SPR. Yeah, she has one that increases strike mastery, but no one that increases attack. I don't really like this girl here. And also she was kind of competing for Earth Elemental, and also I was only building one unit of each elemental at a time. So it kind of stopped me from using her too much. I only awoken a lot of units here. You can see that I have a lot of units on level 40 as well. Some of them have limit breaks. Because when I decided stopping getting Orlando and Ranza shards on the shop, I got a lot of summons. And with a lot of summons, I got a lot of duplicates and got a lot of fusion spheres. So I could just opt to limit break some. I don't have many Azure spheres, I believe, but at least for gold, you can see SR, I have way too many gold spheres. I did awaken too much this girl here, Naya, by accident. You can see that I awoke her past the 4th awakening and used 2 of the rainbow fragments of thought. It was a bad decision, but it was I didn't pay attention when I was trying to do that to clear some missions, so I will try to use this girl in the future just because I made this bad decision. She's very close to limit break max as well. Some of my SR units are very close, you can see here. PB is still more far than the other ones by low. Let me see who else. I have Vading. Vading is very close to getting maxed. And Vading is one of those that I will be using because I want to use him. And he's very good. He's one of the best SRs in the game. You can see here, not so far from getting maxed. I'll be getting some Trust Mastery, but I also noticed that investing on Trust Mastery is not so good. Another thing, I cleared all the content in the game. There was not a single mission that I couldn't do, so I am pretty good with that. And I also decided to stop investing on some Espers. I invested only on 2. I have Iron Guide and Behemoth. These 2 are the ones that I'm investing right now. When I started the game, I think it was default on Fire. And then I got some from Fire, then I placed it Ice just because I wanted to get some materials for my Mediana, and then I noticed that it was not a good idea to keep investing on either one of these elements because the best Espers to invest on early game are Iron Giant and Behemoth. So I'm only investing on them, and when I stop investing on Behemoth, I will get back to Iron Giant again. Simply because I think that even for the far future, they will still be good. But some of these older ones will not be so good. Investing on them right now is just a waste. And when you have a free-to-play account, it's not exactly free-to-play because I purchased one-off bundle, but just so you can understand, the Shokobu Expedition is pretty important. And if you get some royal ranks, you will get more expeditions party. You see, this is extremely important. Those without a royal rank number 6 will not be able to get 1 or more expeditions rank. You can get even more. Get an expedition party. There are up to 3 expedition party. Imagine you get way more drops and way more Magicities to increase your experts, so they will have more options. They can upgrade more than 1 expert at a time. I can only upgrade 1 expert at a time, and right now I'm only investing on Behemoth and Iron Guide. I will only be working on that. Maybe this will change in the future, but so far I think this is the best choice to at least work on 2. These 2 will be my focus for damage. I will probably have 2 or 3 damage-oriented units. I will have Renza, Gapkarion, and Orlando most of the time, and 2 supportive units alongside them. So I will still have to decide another expert in the future. I don't have any. Don't have many experts. I have only Ifrit for the Ultra Rarity. You can see Ifrit and Sidon. Everyone has Sidon. But I don't think that Ifrit is good, but Ifrit is not exactly for my build. I have slash damage, and Ifrit doesn't increase slash, it increases spears. So it works well for Oelde, but I'm not using Oelde right now. I don't know. Maybe if I get many shards for Oelde, Ifrit will be better for me. But I'm not investing on Ifrit right now. So I could still use the Ifrit with Stir when my Stir gets to limit break 3. I can start working on that because he can perform pierce damage when he becomes a Dragoon. So I don't know. I also completed a lot of missions in the game when I was trying to summon more for the Vision card. And I barely have enough ways to get more free Visioras in the game. You can see here, Awaken on units. I don't have many more missions here. On Limit Break, I barely have any. You can see that it's good to just keep summoning because I got to a moment that I am already having some summoning for maxed vision cards at least. Let's just check my mock shop, and you will see here the most important ones is Soul and Vision Medals. With the Vision Medals, you can see that I'm already getting gold. Here, 87. I can already purchase guarantee vision card summon ticket. Not that it's matter. I think it's better to just choose one card that you want, especially Little Lila. Great Detective Little Lila is good for mag, or just keep increasing my Cactuar. I probably just increase my Cactuar when I have the correct amount. But right now I'm still very far from that. And I'm also already getting silver as well, the silver vision medals, but not so much. I can use that to just get my Flag of Horn. No, it's not Flag of Horn, sorry. My Horn Pestle maxed. I can purchase two. I'm very close to. No, this is Leonis. Horn Pestle with the one with a boom. So I can try to get this vision card maxed, but I think I'll be able to do that without even spending this because I'm very close to max. So also still talking about vision cards, I decided to invest in only a handful of them. It's important to not waste too much vision spheres in this game, and I choose some of my Herities. When I started seeing that Horn Castle was just so strong, I decided that that would be my Heritage card. Horn Castle is for R, you can see. Then I have, let's see, for SR I'm using Cactuar. I didn't invest on any other card. The only SR card I invested was Cactuar. And it's good because when you summon too many SR units, you will be getting a lot of the gold vision sphere. Here, you can just awaken as many as you want. So, one was Horn Castle, then this one is a Cactuar for SR, and then for Mega Heart I choose two cards. And these are, let's see here. We have Secret Orders. Secret Orders is one of the best cards in the game, even though it's a Mega Heart. It increases Zaggy, and it's very close to Max Awakening as well. Let's see here. I got very lucky, summoned this way too many times. I only need 11 fragments, and now we just have to get some more Azure Spheres as well. But it's very close. After Secret Orders, I also got Vow of Love to as much as I could. Still not only Awakening 3, because I don't happen to summon Vow of Love too much. But it's one of the cards I'm investing as well. It's very close to max right now. I need only 12 to get one more Awakening. So after this ones, the only remaining card is Renza card. So I have 5 cards that I'm investing. It's a good number, simply because it's we won't ever need any more than 5 cards. But I'm wasting all of my resources on the Slash team. So when the content changes and asks for pierce damage or strike damage, I will just see what happens when you don't have many resources. But you have to start by choosing something. You can't just invest on all units in this game because you won't be able to. Right now I can only get maxed Renza and Orlando. They won't even be fully maxed because they will stop on Limit Break 4. They are very close to a Limit Break 5, but I won't be able to get that. I'll have to wait for this event to returns. But I think I will have a good team. I think I'm good with Gafgaron, Renza, Stern, Orlando, Mediana, Mont, and sometimes Aishtola. Aishtola is still not awakened to the max, but she will be. And it's one of the mages that I will be using simply because of the range. And after that, I will start trying to invest on Gunners. I do hope I get Lucia in the future, but even if I don't get, I will start investing on this boy as well here. He's called Ryu. Yeah, Ryu. And after him, I will just invest on baiting. I need some mug in my life. So, well guys, I think this is it. I showed everything. There's only one thing that I didn't show. It's the equipments. I'm still not crafting much. It's simply because I'm still waiting for the update that will add the option for you to keep the type of your weapon before you upgrade to the max. Because I don't want to spend a lot of resources and just don't get the thing that I want. So because of that, I'm still holding back. I'm using the Trust Mastery from Gafgaron. I'm using a lot of weapons not evolved too much, simply because I'm not investing. I could have just spent some materials on N Heritage, But I was just waiting. I have some of my equipment maxed, like this leather hat, simply because leather hat is very good to invest early on. But the weapons I didn't invest. I was doing just fine without investing on that, but I do recommend you investing. And then I will just have to work on 2 Nagnaroks. But I will wait for the update. I will make an Assault Nagnarok and a Magic Nagnarok. You can see that I have plenty of things. I have a lot of recites as well. I'm very, very close to 100 recites of this. I will have to get enough to max 2 versions of this weapon. I don't believe that maxing these weapons is good. I don't think that the difference on slash damage will make the weapon worth all of your precious time and all of your investment. But I will make a video about the crafting system later, and I'm just trying to make 2 Nagnaroks just to make that video. So guys, I think this video is way too long already, so thank you for watching this with me. This was my progression. I think I'm doing just fine, but we'll see. We will get some content on level 80, I think 2 days from now, and we will see if my squad can hold up. I think Orlando will carry the team. Renza, if Renza is ready, very close to being ready. In 2 days I'll have Renza and Orlando ready for content. So this is it, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see each other on the next video. Bye.